What Happened to Blessing, Part 5. 2 years later, Blessing also completed school and followed her friend Tamarin into the outside world. Unlike Tamarin, Blessing left without anyone seeing her. When her parents finally called to confirm her whereabouts, she firmly told them she needed her privacy. Her parents, heartbroken and worried, pleaded with her to return home, but she refused. Over time, the attempt to reach her became fewer, and eventually they gave up, accepting she had chosen her own path. Tamarin and Blessing struggled together in the harsh reality of their new world, facing difficulties they had never imagined. Some nights, they went to bed hungry, their stomach aching as they clung to each other for comfort. With no steady source of income, they did all sorts of things just to survive, taking whatever opportunities came their way. The days were long and unforgiving, and the weight of their choices pressed heavily on them. Life outside their former homes was far from the freedom they had envisioned. It was an endless battle, filled with suffering, uncertainty, and hardship. One day, Tamarin visited a close friend to seek help. She had always assumed this girl would support her through anything, but when she arrived, the girl's parents insulted her. "You left your home. Now you are here to beg." Tamarin ignored them and turned back to her friend, expecting her to defend her, but instead, the girl sacked her. The girl scoffed, "I respect my parents, unlike you." Tamarin was very shocked. She used to help this girl when they were in school. She then walked away, heartbroken. That night, she cried herself to sleep. She had fought so hard for the so-called freedom, but was this really worth it? She told Blessing, "I can't do this anymore. I want to go home." Blessing was shocked. "After all these years?" Tamarin sighed, "I can't keep living like this. My father might have made mistakes, but he's still my father." When she returned home, to her surprise, her father accepted her, but things had changed. Her two stepsisters were gone. One had gone into drugs and the other was living on the streets, and only one had managed to make it to the university. Her stepmother, once so proud, now lived in regret. The same woman who used to insult Tamarin in front of her friends now had no control over her daughters. Meanwhile, Blessing refused to return home. She suffered more. She had no money, no support, and nowhere to go. She had wanted freedom, but all she found was hardship. One day, Blessing, desperate for a way to survive, approached a woman in one of the city streets and asked for a job. The woman hired her as a shopkeeper, and from that day on, Blessing worked tirelessly, taking care of the shop with honesty and dedication. She never stole even a pesewa, determined to prove herself as a good girl, hoping the woman would see her worth and treat her like a daughter. For 3 months, she poured all her strength into the job, working day and night, believing that her loyalty and hard work would earn her the kindness in return. But when the time came for her to leave, the woman handed her only 3 Ghana cedis, shattering every hope she had held on to. Years passed, and she reached her lowest point. One night, starving and exhausted, she thought of home, not the house, but the people. She swallowed her pride and went back home. But when she arrived, things were different. Her parents had twins, a boy and a girl. They were 6 years old at that time, loved by everyone in the neighborhood. Unlike Blessing, they were friendly and people enjoyed being around them. Blessing watched in silence as the twins played with their friends, something she never had. She had been feared, not loved. Yet, despite everything, her parents welcomed her back. Though she was home, but it wasn't the same. She had lost the love she once had. She had lost the chance. Now, she became matured. The world has taught her a lesson, and she knew deep down that some mistakes could never be undone. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, comment, and share to help reach more people. Oh, let me know your favorite story ties. I'd love to tell more stories you enjoy. Bye-bye.